Hey, Heather Freeman here with the Painted Playground, and I get to teach women how to have fun painting with acrylics. And today I thought I'd hop on and paint some spring flowers. So glad you're joining me here. Yeah, feel free to say hi wherever you're joining me from in the comments below. I always love hearing where people are watching from. And I'm so glad to be painting live in my studio today. It's been a really busy week. And so I've been feeling like, I really need to get some painting time. And so super happy to be here. Sometimes life can be super busy, and creativity is such a great way to refill your bucket and get back to a place of balance and feeling more joy. And so for me, I really am happy to be here and happy to be painting with you. So, and I can't wait to see, we're painting spring flowers, but I can't wait to see what you end up painting, how your spring flowers come out. So I want to show you, I'm going to be painting some poppies. Poppies are my mom's favorite flower, and we're going to be painting some of those today. And so I've got my apple barrel red that I'm going to be using for my poppies. And we are just going to start painting in some stems to start. And so I've also got, let's see, which green do I want? I think I might actually go with a couple. Got my holly. Yeah, let's do this one and my spring green. So I've got an apple barrel spring green and my folk art. This one is your classic green. And then I always use a white too. So I've got that out as well. And let's just start painting in some stems. I'm already messy. I'm already having some fun. I've been working on this spring meadow. And first color I want to get down, get some of this onto my palette here. Ooh, this one's not open yet. That one's a little too light. So a couple of signs that I know life is getting super busy and I need to take some time for me. I just started getting annoyed by the little things that I don't usually get annoyed by. So I've got my square brush, my small square brush. So this is like a half an inch, right? I would say, where's it? Yeah, about a half an inch. And I'm going to start laying in my stems. So yeah, I started noticing some of the little things. Getting into the car with my kids and just started feeling a little annoyed when I don't usually. It usually takes a lot for me to feel annoyed. So yeah, and so it would, just this voice in my head was saying, girl, you better get in the studio because you don't need to be snapping at your kids or snapping at your husband. And these are really, silly, simple things going on in the grand scheme of things. So, all right. These are kind of just going all over the place, a little wonky, which is when you walk up to a spring meadow and you're looking at a spring meadow, there's flowers going this way and that way. And so it's kind of fun just to lay these in, all these stems. And I'm just using the tip of my paintbrush. So I'm kind of going straight up and down and just pulling it straight down and kind of going a little wonky if I want. And the harder I push down on my paintbrush, then the thicker that stem is going to be. So if I want some thinner ones, I'm just going to go lightly. I can always come back and do another stem. Or I can press down a little bit harder and it gives me a thicker stem. So, and then I do want to come in with a little bit of light on top. Here and there. Okay. So I'm just watching to see who's coming on. So at first I was thinking, I could use a whole day in my studio painting. That would be heaven. But I really didn't have a whole day to take. And sometimes, it's great when you can take that big of a chunk of time. I try to do that regularly, once a month at least, and just carve out that time that's just for me and my painting. And it really does a wonder. So let me get out my red. So tell me, do you ever take maybe art retreats or creative retreats for yourself and get out and spend time and just focus on you and your creativity? Let me know in the comments. So I'm going to switch over to my pointed brush. Yes, I'm thinking. Because I do have, this is pretty fun. I feel like it needs to be bigger. I'm just going to start laying in some flowers. So it doesn't have to be a whole day though. If you have 5 minutes to spare, you can do so much in 5 minutes. You can just step into your creative space, whatever that may be and whatever you may call it. I love calling my creative space a studio. I just love calling it a studio. But if your creative space, no matter what it looks like or where it is, if you can get in there for 5 minutes, and maybe it's not, maybe that could just be enough time to sit down in your studio and maybe reorganize some paint supplies, or reorganize your paintbrushes. I don't know about you, but mine constantly get pulled out, and I do my best to clean up after I paint every time, but sometimes things get just pulled out. Like right now I've got a ton of paints out, and my studio space looks a wreck. But if you can just spend 5 minutes, if that's all you have, use that 5 minutes to get into your creative space and just be in it. You can get so many good feelings just from being in your creative space, and knowing that you have a place to go to be creative. So if 5 minutes is all you have, use that 5 minutes to just get into your space and enjoy it. If you can carve out 30 minutes, you can set your timer for 30 minutes and get out your paint supplies and paint. You can definitely paint a simple canvas, an easy canvas in just 30 minutes. So if 30 minutes is what you got, then use that 30 minutes. So depending on how much time you can carve out, it doesn't have to be a whole day. It doesn't have to be a retreat somewhere far away, although those are really beautiful things to have to do as well. But you can start, it doesn't take much time to get into that creative zone and feeling better, kind of getting regaining that sense of balance. so you can get back out into life and enjoying the things and doing the things that you want to do that are important to you. All right, so I'm just laying in some different flowers here. These are my little poppies. Some are going to be bigger than others, some are smaller. And I'm kind of trying to, have them facing different directions, so they don't all have to be symmetrical. And I'm just using that tip of the paintbrush and pulling it down into the center of the flower. The paintbrush just gives me that little petal shape. So yes, your paint time is super important. Getting into the studio, having that time to yourself, and it doesn't have to be a huge amount of time to really give you the reward of painting. And then, all right. I'm going to keep filling this canvas up. I hope you got a little bit of inspiration for painting some spring flowers, for taking time, and it doesn't have to be a ton of time, to yourself for painting and for, just getting to the studio and doing what you love to do. And if you'd like, I have a free painting tutorial that's available right now. You can download it. The information for that is in the description of this video. And again, it's a 30-minute, so when you've got 30 minutes to carve out, you can get this painting done. It's all about giving you the step-by-step instructions and making it easy to get to the canvas and get painting. If you've got someone in your life that you know could use some time at the canvas, that would love to get to the canvas and do some painting, please pass this on. All right, I'm going to keep adding some flowers, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time at the canvas. All right, bye for now.